Hey, Draco Wolfhorn here. About to watch Critical Role by Geek and Sundry. It's Dungeons & Dragons. I'm on episode 39 finally, which is up to date. It's their newest episode. And while they're playing and I'm watching, I'm updating my, don't know if you can quite see that, my design of a character sheet. I missed perception and a few other things. I've kind of simplified a lot of things, but it needs a little bit of changing. And don't have much room in here. It's like a little office right now. This is all my lists of playable races. I have total 26 playable races. These are just some like funny facts about them. Things that I've just kind of thought would be funny. Like for an example, gnome, very tiny, man or woman. And another one, halflings, very short, barefooted, man or woman, weirdos. Then pictures of the race. I got humans here, orc, half orc, human or elves, I mean, and then half elves right over here. Looks like Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman is a half elf. Never knew that, did you? Then I got dwarfs here, gnomes, halflings, satyrs, faun, lizard folk, dragonborn, troglodytes, tieflings, half tiefling, merfolk, Tri-T and Dromite, Archons. See, I can't really pronounce half of these names. And I did get rid of centaurs, so that one's out, by the way. Cody, my cousin, he's going to get mad at me because I can't pronounce their name right. It's Rakashas is what I pronounce it. That's not the actual name for it. But like, there's different ones. Like that's a panther, a lion, well, lioness because it's a female. Tiger. Tiger looks pretty cool, except for he's like darn near naked. Then got Shardmine here, Shifters, Warforged, Changeling, and then Shadar Key, which they're kind of like a gothic race. I don't know if you can quite see it. And then kind of a list of my classes so far. I'm going to be updating that. I've got like 2 or 3 others that will be uploaded soon updating on this. Things that people can start with, like weapons and armor and stuff. My list of enemies, there's 2 here, because they're very similar, so I just put them together. Then another sheet. There's 3 right here, because they're very similar. There's 2 here, Pixie and Fairy. And then there's 3 here, because those are very similar, Unicorn, Pegasus, and Unipeg. I'm still updating, as you can see. I've just added these ones, I've just added these not too long ago, so that's why there's not much filled out right here. But I got 2 here, And then I got like my own, and the typical beholders and like undead, skeleton, armored, titan, gem. This one I can't remember what I was going to put here. Huh. I was going to put something here, but I can't remember what I was going to put there. It was going to be something special. And then Beholder Death Tyrant, that's my version. And then Dire Wolf Bat, Bear, and Boar. I've got 4 here. It's Giant Ant, Normal, Queen, Soldier, and Worker. Giant Crocodile, Eagle, Octopus, and Prey Mantis. And then Ice, Devil, Demon, and Succubus. Kraken, Giant Octopus, and Squid. Those are together too. And then Werebear, or Wereboar, Tiger, and Rats. Some of you might not know what this is. Rock. It's basically, in myth, it's a giant eagle. In some myths it has teeth. But I wanted to put that in because it's always been something on my childhood. And then spells. And any one with an R right here is a ritual spell, which means it takes time to use it. Like Animate Dead or Animate Objects. Those are ones that are rituals, so they take time. Alter Self is also another one. And then these are like the classification, like if it's a holy spell, which is Daylight. If it's a dark one, Dark Vision, which actually I'm going to be adding Earth to that one. Like Earthquake is counted as an Earth spell. And then like Firebolt, of course, fire. Lightning in this is counted as fire. I'm going with like the Magic the Gathering classification for fire, where fire and lightning are technically the same in Magic the Gathering. More spells. More spells. More spells. Still need to update some of this. See? I'm updating like every time I can. It's a work in progress. Even now, I've been doing this for several months, but I keep adding and adding, and it's just getting bigger. And then how to figure out health of a creature and XP and stuff like that. That's my mathematical stuff. And then my friend brought up an interesting thing where you like roll a dice and you pay gold and you basically get a jackpot spin. Like if you get 1 or 3, you get hides, venom, 25 gold, and a Gorgon's head. But some of them are just kind of like derpy, like hides, venom, and a map scroll. The map scroll doesn't really do much, it's just a map of the area, so it's not that helpful. But the 20-sided die costs 100 gold to spend, to basically spin. 12-sided is 50 gold, 6-sided is 25 gold, and then 4-sided is 15. And I thought about adding like a coin, where you flip a coin, but I haven't really thought about that fully yet. And then some items I still, as you can see, need to add more. Like they're the names of the items, what they can be used as, and then if they were to be sold, how much they would cost. Well, gold is currency, so like normal potions can be sold, drank, thrown at an enemy, and could cause, a random thing, and can be sold for 5 gold. I have this whole sheet. This is normal items, as you can see right here. My hand's getting really shaky because I have it. This is unnormal, which is kind of like an upper rank of that. Then rare. This side is eggs. You can get eggs in this, in my game. Sorry about the shaking. Here. My hand, I don't know why, it's my hand shaking. Spider's egg, arachne egg, lemur egg, dragon's egg, harpy egg, I almost said hypey egg, lizard folk, dragonborn, hagraven. Yes, I did add hagraven. Skyrim has always been a game that I like, so I've added things from Skyrim, Pathfinders, Dungeons & Dragons, and my own knowledge of mythology. So it's just a mix between all four of those made into something that I thought would be kind of cool. Merfolk, tree folk seeds, that's closest that could come to an egg. Worm, not worm like is in the thing that crawls in the ground. This is like the dragon worm. Hydra, cobalt, snake, succubus. Gotta add wyvern to that. And then these are items, like there's a lichen ring, which boosts certain stats if wearing. Legendary, as you can see, I have not filled that out yet. I haven't gotten that far, and my players haven't gotten to legendary items yet, so I haven't worried about that. And then enchanted items, I'm going to be working on that tonight. Then mythical items, I've had a few players get a mythical item or two. There's Wand of Misplaced Objects, that's a funny one. Wand of Wander, this one is actually in Pathfinders or Dungeons & Dragons. I believe it's Dungeons & Dragons. Performs one of 20 completely random functions. Examples are Powerful Gust of Wind, 600 random butterflies appear, shrinking the wand holder, and making leaves grow and target. I always thought that was kind of funny because I've always liked the Wabbajack in Skyrim, and that seems kind of like the Wabbajack. Then I've got Bone Seed, which is, these ones are so far from Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinders. And then I added Bone of Sword. The bow of the Wabbajack, I had to do it. I always thought that would just be kind of funny if they had a long range version of the Wabbajack that would be a bow in Skyrim, but they never did. But so that's why I want to do that. It does. Where'd it go? When arrow is shot from this bow, maybe a fire arrow, ice arrow, thorn arrow, poison arrow, a snake. I just thought that'd be kind of funny, a snake just coming at your opponent. A turtle. It was kind of like a thing from Mario, basically. I kind of thought that would be kind of funny, is like seeing a turtle shell coming at you. A chicken, a rose, a feather, a spear, a sword, 100 butterflies, a rock, a whale. Now that one would be really funny, just to see a small whale just like, oh shit. A pig, my aunt came up with that one. It's kind of funny. A piece of paper, I thought that would be kind of funny. Because all these items are still going the same speed as a normal arrow. So the fact you'd see a piece of paper just lodge into someone's skin, they're like, what the heck? 20 birds, a dragon. I can't even say this one with my aunt came up with this one. A dragon's ball sack. Oh my god. She just thought it would be funny to see, like, or, to think about, some enemy getting hit in the face by a dragon's ball sack. And I had no other idea, so I wrote it down. But it's hilarious. Minotaur's head. 10 throwing stars. And then I've been needing one more. So if anyone's got any ideas, come up with an idea and message me on this video. I need an idea for one more. Then Druid's Yoke, Yoke, or whatever the heck that. I can't pronounce that. I'm horrible at pronouncing things. It's Y-O-K-E. If anyone's got any ideas. And then there's Brooch of Number Numbing. That one's hilarious. That one's good for when you're trying to get the best price out of something you're selling. Suit of the Skeleton. That one is a new one. Robe of Useful Items. That one is also... God dang. I keep switching to the other hand, my right hand, but... Scythe of Luft. Those are some other ones. Dagger of Insta-Death. That's another Dungeons & Dragons one. This one was actually in, but I modified it. Because if you haven't seen in my previous video, I actually have Ulux. And so I just have a big connection with Ulux. So I just kind of made these, like, OP as fuck. Excuse my language. But yeah, it gives you a +5 to stealth, acrobatics, dexterity, speed, perception, and then there's some other things that I just haven't put down. Spear of Goblin Destiny. My cousin Cody got both of these so far. He's been getting really high rolls when it comes to, to search. And speaking of my cousin, this is his character, Azazel. He drew this character. He is a Rakshasa with 3 scratches, 3 piercings on the ear, and then another one here. This guy has been pretty kick butt in this, and he's a rogue. Here is my cousin's character sheet. Next time I be playing, it'll get updated. Yeah, he's got a lot of freaking spells and a lot of weapons and armor. Of course, he has his hawk in here too. I do have pets in this game. You can get pets, but they do cost gold to get them. So it's like when you buy a dog or something. I didn't realize he had Lycan Ring and Vampire Ring and Succubus Ring. Jeez. Oh, he does have a worm. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, and he has a Hydra baby. Jeez. Jeez. I didn't realize he had those already. And then this is his inventory. This is his brother's character sheet. He's playing as a Shardmine. Red color, though. As you see a lot of times. But you could be green and blue and pink and purple, whatever you wanted, as long as it's a crystal color. He's currently level 1 for some reason. Oh yeah, because he didn't do much fighting in the game. But he's 7 feet tall, 250 pounds. This is his stats. And his spells. These ones right here that don't have anything right here. Those are ones that spell scrolls and stuff that if he reads, then he'll get that spell. Sort of like in Skyrim. He has a crossbow and 2 long swords because he took warrior class. Cody took rogue. He has a wolf and a hawk. Cody has a hawk. Oh, and he currently has 2 iron shields for some reason. Oh, he must have picked those up searching. That's his inventory. Kind of pathetic, but he does have a cobalt egg. Oh, and a dragon's egg. Jeez. And he has a minotaur's horn. And a ruby. This is Yurt the Nerds. Hold on a second. Covering up his real name. I don't like to say his real name. Sorry for the shakiness. This is his character. He is an elf. I can't tell if that's a female. Is his character female? But his character's name is Yurton Xavier. I think that was a reference to X-Men. His stats, his gold, his pet. backstory. Class is a rogue. His spells, which I think he does have more under this, but this is the card you get when you get a mythical weapon. And he's got Ulux. Then his weapons and armor. He has the Ulux blades right there, which are more powerful than enchanted daggers, which are 10. This is my brother Corey. I played as his character at one of my games. Well, I didn't actually play as him. I played for my brother in one of my games because he was not there. I didn't roll a lot of the stuff that he would have needed, but if he defeated a character, he leveled up, stuff like that. But he is a giant, like, man turtle. Not like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but like a tortoise that you would, like, see with a beard. It's almost like what would happen if you mixed, what's his name? Master Splinter with one of the turtles. But was still a turtle. Well, more tortoise. He does not come up with a name for his character. The race name that's custom, Shelleon. His attack stat and defense and strength and intellect are immediately really high. Mainly his defense and intellect, but apparently his perception is really low. It's pathetic. I don't know how he got it that low. I never knew you could... but he has a horse, a wolf, and a hawk as a pet. Right there. And then his gold, I believe, or no, class, he's a wizard. Because this race is more of a wizard's type. His gold is 1447. Then his spells that he has now, his armor and weapons, then his items. He currently has a dragon's egg. Everybody seems to be getting dragon's egg. I should make that harder to get. And he has Bottle of Fire, which in 3 days can turn into a fire imp. And then these are, I don't know why they're over there. This is my mother's character. She is a halfling, which is also known as a hobbit. Her character's name is Mystic. She came up with that. Weighs 75 pounds. Is a height of 5'1", which is her actual height. Then her stats. Then her gold, 1490. She's a druid class. She has a dog and a horse for a pet. And then her spells, which she only has one apparently, but she will be getting other ones. Her weapons, armor, pets are also in there. Her items that she bought at first. Now this is my baby. This was my creation for my Dungeons & Dragons game that I played in. Draco Wolfthorn. Yes. My Dungeons & Dragons character was my YouTube channel's name. Well, I really wanted to play as a Dragonborn. Draco is a good dragon's name. If you haven't seen Dragonheart, go watch that. Just leave and go watch it. No, I'm just joking. Stay here, watch this, and then go watch Dragonheart. He was a red color, and this is him. I don't know what that is. I think that's on the plastic. This is his wife's egg tooth right here. The one I'm not covering. This right here is where he took a spear to the chest, nearly hitting one of the kids that were on his shoulders. Up here, I don't know if you can see it, is a spider's web. He has a tarantula that was his wife's. She was a druid, and she was murdered, and he kept her tarantula for somehow he could still communicate with it. And then his background story from before I started the game, I made this into like a book. I could sometime, if I get people saying, I could sit and read his story out to everybody. But I even put in what happened in the Dungeons & Dragons game. That piece of paper just wants to be in the YouTube channel. And then my ending. It's not finished. Still looking for a name for her. So if any of you guys, if you can find a good name, it's a dragon. It's got to be a little bit like a dragon's name. And so that way I can give her a name finally. She's been without a name for about a year and a half or so, maybe 2 years. I think about a year to 2.5 years at the most. But then she is not a finished drawing yet. She still does not have a name, as I've said. She was also Dragonborn, but she was blue color. In my story, they were kicked out of their Dragonborn society because Draco, which is a red, was in love with a blue. Now that was kind of frowned upon because red and blue, fire and water basically, should never, how do I put this? I'll say is a man named Sheldon would say, have coitus. If you do not know what that means, go watch Big Bang Theory, then you'll know. But yeah, she was murdered, and Draco was on a path to find the killer and take his revenge, and still has not. Well, because other than that, I've been working on my new game. It's a futuristic game. So you got your attack stat, defense, strength, intellect, charisma, acrobatics, speed, perception, and stealth. And then there's going to be 3 other. And then there's black coin and white coin. Those are the currency. Now the reason why there's 2 different colors for currency is not that one's worth more than the other, but the fact that there's basically like the poor side in this game, and the poorer side has the black coin, while the richer side has the white coin. It's one of those stories where the rich is taking over and destroying the weak. I'll leave it on this so that way you guys can see. And the poor are trying to, fight back, but currently are not able to, because they don't have money for weapons and stuff, and this is a futuristic, so there's guns and stuff like that. These are my races I have so far. This is not a G I messed up. I was about to write a G. It's supposed to be a C. Humans, normal man or woman. Beastman, half animal. It could be like a cat. It could be, kind of like Rakshas, which are like a tiger man type thing. Or it could be my brother's race of turtle, or like a canine. And then these are a robotic race. And then this is supposed to be an alien race, and then this is supposed to be another alien race that I have not come up with yet. My classes, keeping with this the typical rogue. This is engineer. I haven't finished writing everything yet, so that's why it's just an E. I was writing it, and all of a sudden I had to go somewhere, so I basically just put my pen down and haven't gotten back to it. They can have a pet robot and can pick locks way better, so they're kind of like the thieves of this. Then there's bomb expert, get some more variants to grenades. Gunsmith can combine guns and upgrade guns. Blade dancer, yeah, I kind of took that idea from Destiny, but I couldn't think of a name for something that would have to do with blades. They get 2 energy blades. Lone Wolf gets a higher perception, intellect, stealth, and strength and acrobatics. These guys are going to be kind of like, their arms and legs are going to be like mechanical and shit. So, it'll be kind of like a cyborg type thing. But that'd be kind of funny. Have Cybots. Lone Wolf. See what I'm saying there? Already robot. Extra robot leg and arm. Oh. Well, that's my Dungeons & Dragons so far. This is Draco Wolfthorn, signing off. Hope to see you ladies real soon.